Hey, good morning. I just wanted to send you a quick video reviewing what we know about this assignment, and then we can talk through some of the tips that Dr. Mott offers as well. But I want to basically lead you back to the original resources. So we know that this project is a proposal assignment. So I pulled up the proposal instructions. We have that in front of us. And I always, anytime I tackle an assignment, I also look at the rubric. I want to see how I'm going to be scored. So that's just a nice little tip there to be able to get all of the information. In addition to these two sheets, I also have the announcement, which we'll get to in a second, which gives you a little bit more clarity. All right, so let's run through this assignment. The project at the end of the class is the visualization assignment. So this is just the proposal. I want to highlight that it should not be more than 3 pages. The title, abstract, and references are not included in that page count. All right, the paper should include all of these things right here, basically a summary version of them. And you should have 8 to 10 references at this point. In addition, you're going to attach a half-page statement of how this topic is consistent with a Christian worldview. So basically that gets you out of having to integrate it into a paper if it's not necessarily something that makes sense within the 3 pages, but it's just something additional because we are kingdom-minded. All right, so let's back up a little bit. So that's that's kind of how you set up your paper before you start, right? So let's back up. The topic you choose is up to you. I would use something that is related to what you're doing for your dissertation. If you have a good idea of what that's going to be, just so that you are not reinventing the wheel, and you can enhance what you know. So kind of choose a different offshoot of that. So if you were going to talk about, let me say it differently. I was talking about internal crisis communication during the pandemic with remote worker populations. So you could talk about a specific event during the pandemic or something like that, whatever you wanted to do. So what you want to do is you want to have your topic, then you go in and you're going to want to identify 200 data points. Data points can come in a number of ways. They could be social media posts. They could be, for one of the assignments, I saw someone use, they analyzed 200 words and then pulled out of that the most commonly used words to do some analysis. There's a number of different ways that you can use 200 data points. So Dr. Mott suggests 2 ways to find those data points, but truly data points are everywhere. Okay, so now that we did this, 2 assignment tips. He's suggesting that you can use some of these as your sources. The library is obviously the go-to. And then how to cite the Bible. So there you go on that. Okay, so that's your assignment. 3 pages. You're going to outline what you're going to do for your big paper. Now I head over, we're going to get rid of this. Now I head over here to the rubric. The rubric is scoring you. Your big score here is introduction synthesizes the problem clearly. So what is the problem and what are we going to do in this assignment? Does your introduction do that? Do you have a strong thesis? Is it clear where you're going? All of those kinds of things. Literature review, another huge component. So this is going to be a synopsis, sorry, small child, a synopsis of your literature review. All right, data set and source. Have you identified a data set for those 200 data points? And then obviously these are pretty clear. All right, now we can also go in and look at Dr. Mott's announcement, which says the instructions say these are like frequently asked questions. So he again reemphasizes that this paper, this proposal is only 3 pages. Choose your topic. Just make sure that there's a quantitative study or data to back you up on what you're doing. All right, and then again, 3 pages. And how many total references do I need? You're going to notice that he says 5 to 10 here, but he said 8 to 10 on the other sheet. Go with 8 to 10. All right, so again, I'll give you an example of a paper just so you have a point of reference. So someone, I guess a couple semesters ago, analyzed 200 Instagram posts to say, basically in a qualitative type study. They analyze different posts, and there are different ways that we can do that you'll learn throughout your process here. You could take that, you could analyze, like I said, a speech to get common words. You could take 200 data points from a survey or whatever someone said. There's so much information out there, and using those two websites in terms of tying it with whatever you're interested in studying would really help. So hopefully this gets you started in the right direction. If it doesn't, send me an email back and we'll go from there. All right, I hope you have a great day. Glad to meet you.